How excited are you to be back here? It's Tony Day.
Beyond thrilled, ecstatic. I mean, come on. It's crazy.
And you've got 2 Tony pins today.
Shocked and some like it hot.
Yeah.
I could not be more excited about it.
2 beautiful shows. I mean, I'm sure you dreamed designing, like, oh, maybe one day I can design on Broadway or whatever.
Totally.
Gorgeous sets you've done this year and 2 Tony nominations. What made this so special designing those 2 shows?
I mean, that they're 2 shows that are so incredible, but also so different. And we had been in development with both of them for such a long time before the pandemic. And just doing that, keeping the threads together as that was happening and designing it and then it being realized right still as we were kind of in our sort of precarious areas of that is incredible. And to have like come out and be celebrated like this is thrilling. And they're also just so great and they're both so funny, so full of heart. That's the best part.
It must be so wild to run back and forth between the 2 theaters, seeing the glamorous world of a 30s and then going back to like Shuckland. Right?
It's very different. And also just different in their, like, Shuck to me is like so authentic and about community and intimacy and in the space within the Nederlander too is so wonderful. And then Some Like It Hot, first of all, the Schubert Theater is a jewel box of like theaters and doing this Art Deco jam that sits in there with machine age glamour and just like, the set is a piece of Casey's incredible choreography. So they're just very, very different. I love that they're celebrated together in this season.
What's made working on Camelot so special for each of you?
I mean, it's great. It's a musical that I know because did it in high school and aware of it. But to take a completely different approach to it with a new book and a modern take, and it was just great, a great pleasure.
It was the first show I saw. One of the first shows I saw when I was a kid in Dallas, Texas. I saw the original road company of it, and I was blown away by it. But to design it is so daunting because we wanted to go in a completely different direction, and the book did, but it's been a thrill to work on, just a thrill.
We worked on Christmas Carol. I'm a projection designer, but I'm nominated with Dane for set
designer. So that's we're one person now for Tony season. We're fusing as we speak.
What made it so special working on A Christmas Carol? Stunning, the Michael Arden production, Jefferson Mays, everything you did.
Thank you. Well, I mean, it was a wonderful production. It was a wonderful idea. Then creating it, the whole kind of just figuring out the mechanism of how we could make the show exciting, make the show colorful, make the show dark and mysterious. It was a multiple year journey of conversation, trying things out, creativity. It was just great. It was just a great process.
Yeah, it was an immensely hard thing to do. The first iteration of it in LA was had so much promise and was occasionally excellent and sometimes catastrophic. The show is built with, like, we call it zero tolerance, but like it has no margin for error. One thing that goes wrong, one missed step, one thing that happens backstage, the whole thing comes crumbling. So it was always a bit of a knife's edge to make it and watch it. And we're thrilled to be recognized because it was, super hard work to do.
Working with Michael Arden.
Michael's the greatest to work with. Yeah. He's super smart. He's incredibly creative and wonderful, and he just wants to do everything. So there's really no limit of what you can achieve with him.
Yeah, the best. I mean, I do everything with Michael. We have Parade this year. I do all his shows, and he's my best friend and creative partner, and we have the most extraordinary shorthand. And I think I always feel the most confident bringing in collaborators that who I know will have the most extraordinary time working with him because he truly is, especially for designers, the friendliest director you could possibly imagine.
It's such an incredible honor. You can never believe it. I was saying to Jen Schriever, who's also here, smarting one of these beautiful pins, and you can't believe it until you're really here on this day. It's from another...
It's got to be surreal because you designed for the theater and this is the pinnacle of everything and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm here.
Well, it's incredibly exciting to be here. It's an honor to be able to make work at this level with the artists and artisans who make the things that you see on stage. It's just a thrill.
Okay, your set design for Goodnight Oscar is flawless. It's so beautiful. We live in that space. What's made it so special for you with working on that show?
Well, first of all, it is written by my very good friend Doug Wright, and it's directed by my partner of 25 years, Lisa Peterson, who is making her Broadway debut with this show. And she is phenomenal director. So to see her have the opportunity to work at this level with these people and just knock it out of the park, it's been thrilling for me.